12 years. That's how long I gave to that company. My second home. The place where I poured every ounce of myself, where I sacrificed weekends, anniversaries, even the early years of my daughter's life just to build something that mattered. I believe in loyalty and hard work, in proving myself through consistency, not politics. The CEO, my wife's brother, was the one who brought me in. Back then, we were both just grinding young men with big plans. We'd stay late, scribbling on white boards, believing we were building something no one else could touch. Over time, I became his right-hand man. Every major project passed through my hands. Every crisis, I was a fixer. I never asked for special treatment, just because we were family. In fact, I worked harder than anyone to prove I earned my place. And then came the promotion. Senior VP. The seat I'd been promised in whispers, hinted at in leadership meetings, practically carved out with my name on it. Everyone expected it. Even HR unofficially congratulated me weeks before the announcement. But when the meeting came, I noticed something off. He didn't look me in the eye. He walked into the conference room, cleared his throat, and with a forced smile said, "I'm excited to announce that our new Senior VP of Strategic Growth will be Alina, his new girlfriend, 26 years old, barely out of her second year with the company, no management experience. Her entire department was run on borrowed credit from other teams, mine included, and now she had my promotion." The applause was hesitant. Confused glances bounced around the room. A few tried to smile politely. My heart pounded in my ears as Alina walked to front, grinning like she'd just won a game show. She turned to me, placed a hand gently on my shoulder, and whispered, "Nothing personal." It was surreal, like a bad dream. I sat there in stunned silence, tried to swallow my pride, trying not to make a scene, but it boiled inside me. That kind of betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from people you've trusted with everything, from family. That night, I waited until the dinner table was cleared. My wife and I had barely talked all week. I took her hand, pulled her into the study, and closed the door. "I need to tell you something." I began, trying to keep my voice steady. "Your brother gave my promotion to Alina." She blinked, slowly. "What do you mean?" "I mean the promotion I've been working toward for years. The one he promised. The one everyone expected. He gave it to his new girlfriend." She folded her arms. "Did he say why?" "He didn't have to. It was political. It was personal. It was favoritism." Her expression didn't change. "I think you're overreacting." I stared at her, confused. "Overreacting? It's just a promotion," she said flatly. "You still have your job, your title, your salary. It's not about the title. It's about respect, about everything I gave to that company, everything I gave up for it. Your brother stabbed me in the back, and you're standing here like it's nothing." She sighed, as if I were a child throwing a tantrum. "You always do this, take things so personally. Maybe Alina is just better suited for what they need right now." That moment shattered something in me. Not because of the promotion, not even because of Alina, but because I finally saw the truth. I had married into a family that never really saw me. To them, I was useful, convenient, predictable, a hard worker who wouldn't make noise, who wouldn't challenge the hierarchy. They didn't love me, they used me. After that conversation, I slept in the guest room. She didn't come to check on me. I think part of her expected me to cool off, go back to work, keep my head down. But I couldn't. A man can only take so many quiet betrayals before something inside breaks. I went into the office the next morning and handed in my resignation. My wife's brother looked surprised, but quickly masked it with a smile. "If that's what you feel is right," he said, as if he wasn't the one who lit the fire. Alina stood in the hallway outside his office, sipping coffee and laughing with another executive, already acted like a queen on her throne. I walked past them without a word. I didn't tell my wife right away. I needed time to process, time to breathe. A week later, she asked, "You're still not over it?" "I'm not going back," I said, "and I'm not staying in a house where betrayal is normal." Her face turned cold. "So you're walking away? From everything?" "No," I said, You already did. I packed my things and moved into a small apartment across town. It wasn't much, but it was quiet, peaceful, mine, in the silence that followed. I started to remember who I was before I spent a decade proving myself to people who were never going to value me. I picked up freelance consulting jobs, small at first, then bigger, clients who appreciated my ideas, who paid on time, who said thank you. Word spread. Former colleagues reached out, a few investors. Within 6 months, I started my own boutique strategy firm. Within a year, we were profitable. One day, I got a LinkedIn message from a former coworker. Alina left. Big mess. She wasn't ready. Company scrambling. I smiled at the screen, not out of pettiness, but peace. Some betrayals come dressed in smiles and family ties. Some are handed to you in a boardroom, disguised as opportunity. But truth always has a way of rising. And in the end, I didn't lose a promotion. I lost the illusion, and I gained myself.